Well, it's 12:01. Out of respect for everybody's time, I think we can get started. Thank you for joining us. This is the prep for the Fine Arts Portfolio Review presentation. Want to make sure that you have all the info that you need to be ready for the portfolio review coming up next week. My name is Jason Arnone. I'm a senior career advisor, and I'm joined by Susan Anderson, Associate Director of the Career Center. So what we'll be reviewing today, a lot of this can be found on the Fine Arts Portfolio Review website, and you can get there by going to fineartsreview.risd.edu. This site should be familiar looking. You did use this to register, and it has a whole section over here for reviewers that you can check out to see information, common questions and answers, everything that you need. So our agenda for today is it's pretty tight and brief, but should be jam-packed with useful information. We're going to be telling you about the portfolio reviews, giving you a checklist to keep in mind in preparation for the event, what you can expect during a portfolio review and after the event. And then we'll keep it open for questions and answers at the end of this meeting. And if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask. I want to make sure that people get all the info that they need. So let's get right into it. So the portfolio reviews. We're talking about having over 50 organizations and over 150 students are expected to be conducting approximately like 700 review meetings over the course of 12 to 5 p.m. on Monday, April 27th. Now, just so that you're aware, we have gone through the registration and we finalized registrations with all of you as reviewers and art organizations. With the registration information in our system, students will be applying starting tomorrow. They'll be applying for a chance to get onto your schedule. We keep this window open for 2 days so that students all get a chance to submit their applications for a chance to meet with you. And after processing these applications, we even have a lottery system that we use to distribute these time slots in a fair and equitable manner across all students. The final results will be coming up this Friday. We'll have all of the schedules done. All of the students will be assigned. Students will be notified of their meetings, and you all will be receiving your schedule packets. And that'll be coming to you this Friday, April 24th, probably in the morning. We'll have ourselves together by the morning. Now, what we're expecting for you to contribute as your involvement in portfolio reviews is to give your professional grade feedback to students as you're seeing their work and you're seeing the way that they're presenting themselves, to be transparent with them and share with them how they're doing and giving them suggestions on how they may make improvements. Of course, would also love it if you have artist opportunities available at your organization to consider them for internships or employment. If you can share any insights into the art worlds, that will also be like really valuable for students to learn as they're considering their professional launch into the world. And of course, this event is a fantastic networking opportunity for students, and we hope for you all, for you to have some fresh emerging talent that are coming out of RISD and seeking connections with excellent folks like you. So some of the common questions that we field from reviewers that we'd just like to get out there out in front is that, sometimes an organization might be saying like, I wanted to meet with painters. However, I ended up getting a lot of meetings with sculpture students or something of that nature. So what we ask you to keep in mind is that if the student work that you're seeing is outside of your exact expertise, just please offer your own general impressions as a professional. Some students also, please do keep in mind that some students may be studying in a certain major, but they may be really interested in creating work and something outside of their major. So they may, in fact, be making work that you are looking for. So if you're looking at that schedule packet and you're seeing that a student's in a certain major, maybe if you could check out their portfolio in advance to get a sense of their work so you know what's coming your way. Every student, another common question, asks about a job or an internship. Yeah, especially during these times, our students are not going to be bashful about asking about employment opportunities. Now, of course, when you registered for this event, there was no requirement for you to have jobs or employment available. So please don't be concerned. Like it is totally acceptable that you may not have employment opportunities available, but there may likely be questions coming your way about it. And some reviewers even ask if they would be able to choose the students that they meet with rather than it being like assigned by lottery. And of course, we are more than happy to provide that to you all. We have an excellent job board called Artworks where you can post opportunities and select the applicants that have applied and conduct your own, interviews as you see fit. And so would be glad to make those connections happen. So please keep that in mind that that can happen outside of this event, the Fine Arts Portfolio Review. Now, pre-flight checklist. The checklist for you to consider is that when you are receiving your information from us, you will receive a unique link, and it's going to be in an email that looks a lot like this. Of course, it won't be referring to the Design Portfolio Review. It'll be referring to the Fine Art Portfolio Review. This is only a demonstration email message, but this unique link, let me just tell you something about this link. Each person, so even if you have multiple people that are reviewing for your team or your organization, each person gets their own special link. And the reason for this is because that way the system knows who you are. You don't need to log into a system or anything like that. You're not bringing a Zoom meeting link or a GoToMeeting or Google Meet meeting link. We are providing the meeting link for you. And this link will come to you. It'll come to you on Friday, and we'll send it to you again in the morning on Monday, the 27th, just to make sure that you've got this meeting link easily available. The other thing that you'll be getting from us, similar looking email, is a schedule packet. And this schedule packet is going to have your schedule, and in the order of appearance on your schedule, it will have a CV or resume for each student that shows up on your schedule in order of your schedule. We also have an option for students to submit a portfolio sample, a 1 or 2 page portfolio sample, but it's not required. So that will be coming your way, and this single link would give you access to a PDF that you can download with all of this information. And again, that will be coming to you this Friday, April 24th. This is what a common portfolio review packet looks like. So we'll have a cover page in this PDF packet that you'll download. It will have your schedule that shows all the different times and the students that are assigned to each of those time slots. And then in order of appearance, it shows the student's CV or resume. And if they take advantage of it, they could also submit a portfolio sample, which would follow their CV. And it could be like a 1 to 2 page portfolio sample. So what to expect on the big day, on Monday, April 27th? Well, for starters, we're going to host a very brief welcome webinar. So at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time, there will be a webinar. It will be a Zoom webinar, and you can attend this webinar for just last-minute announcements and a welcoming forum with the Career Center team. We'd just love to wave hello, just a brief meeting, maybe 5-10 minutes before the back-to-back portfolio review meetings begin at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So the default schedule on the 27th runs from 12 to 5 p.m. Now, there's an asterisk here for customized schedules. And so some of you have taken advantage of customizing your schedule. You may have a schedule that begins at 1 and ends at 3:40 or something like that. So we have been sending you email with updates, and we have been sharing with you your start and end times in those emails. So if you see anything that looks out of whack or that needs to be updated, please reach out today, because we're really coming down to the wire to make any changes to the schedule. But that explains the default schedule. And if you need support on the 27th, you can always reach out to us at risdcareers@risd.edu. We will be monitoring this email throughout the event. And if you have any issues, reach out and let us know, and we'll get to the bottom of it. So what to expect? There's going to be students showing their portfolios or demo reels on their screen through our meeting platform. So they'll be prepared to share their screen and walk through their work. We've advised students to be prepared to explain how their work aligns with you as an organization. These students have been guided to check out your organization in advance before applying, so they should be familiar with you and your operations. And these students will be leaving time for your feedback to help inform their skill development or their presentation skills or whatever it is that you may have comments about. And these are some common questions that you'll hear from students. They're curious about what you might be looking for as you're selecting artists to work with. Will be asking about potential opportunities, as I had mentioned. And also, if they've listened to us and our guidance, they will be really not letting this meeting end without asking for contact info and how you may want to be contacted post-event, because we see this as a great opportunity for long-lasting networking and contact. And when we talk about following up, we're advising students to reach out to you over LinkedIn or other social media channels. If you've shared your email, it will be likely that they'll send you an email to thank you for your time and to open up further communication. These students will want to thank you, and they'll want to build their network for their future. So please consider welcoming their outreach if at all possible. And just as a reminder, the Career Center provides a platform, Artworks, where we post fine arts opportunities. You can post your listings on Artworks. You can reach out to us directly, and we can provide you with instructions on how to do this. It's a modern and intuitive platform that's easy to use. And you're also welcome to engage with us on social media, such as Instagram. We have a very active account, and our handle is @RISD-Careers. So we'd love to see engagement with you through social media as well. And so that covers the presentation. Elena, I love it. I see your hand up, and please unmute and ask your question. We'd love to talk to you and answer it.
Just very briefly, in this Artworks that you mentioned, can we also send you like call for proposals for students to submit their work?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. We were able to customize the platform for job postings as well as calls for work, artist residencies, commissions, really anything. It's really been customized for fine art. Thanks for asking. Any other questions?
Hey, Jason. I just want to add a couple of thoughts based on your presentation, which was great. So one thing that would be important for all of you to realize too is that Jason does a prep program for students. So we did that last week. And I wanted to mention that we really do emphasize that the nature of the review is about their work, first and foremost. And so we give them examples of kinds of questions that are, logical to ask with respect to that. And we also mention that as they are meeting with you, that they ask you what your preference is in terms of the way to present their work, whether you would like to, really kind of concentrate on a few of their projects or see kind of a whole range of work and then comment on that range. So please do think of this as maybe as obvious, but a conversation about their work. And that will be incredibly meaningful to students to have your outside perspective. So I did want to kind of add that detail. I also did look at every website of all the reviewers participating, which I do every year and really enjoy that process. And that said, if you're working for an organization, I was very, attentive to like where the opportunities are posted on the website and such. So we did point that out in the presentation as well on, by giving example. So our hope is that students are coming to you with like their informed perspective about what the event is intended to be for both for you and for them. That will make these meetings, rich and meaningful. So that said, I just wanted to give a little more clarification and also to just really thank you so much for your participation. It means a great deal to us. The Career Center feels supported through your involvement, and the students are, really excited and maybe a little nervous too, honestly, about sharing their work with professionals like yourselves. But this is where it all begins. So thank you so much for being here today and also joining us next week.
Yes, Peter, thanks.
Yeah, just to double check, you're providing us with the meeting link. We don't have to send you. Okay, because remember last year we sent you our link, but this saves me that step. So thanks.
Yeah, and thank you for the question. It's an important detail to reiterate. We are providing the meeting link and the meeting platform. So each of you will receive a meeting link in an email on Friday, and we'll resend it again on Monday morning before the event. And each of you should have your own unique link. This is how the platform recognizes you, and it also prevents you from having to remember some login or something like that. Really easy to use. We did just use it for the design version of Portfolio Reviews back in March, and it worked very well. So knock on wood, we have some cautious optimism that everything's going to go just fine for the next round. And just to answer a quick question from Celine, thanks for the question. We did record this, and we will be sharing it actually momentarily. So once this uploads to YouTube, everybody will be getting a copy of this recording. Yeah. So if there aren't any other questions, and out of
Sorry,
respect,
sorry, excuse me, I do have a quick question.
love it.
So I'm with the education department of a large museum, and I'm wondering if when people are signing up, like how clear would it be that they're specifically talking to somebody from this department? I wouldn't want somebody who's maybe looking to speak to a curator or something like that to maybe be disappointed in the conversation.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. You know, we do provide the link that you provided in your registration. So when students are evaluating the different reviewers, they will be clicking the link that you provided. If you would like to check out the page that we have that students access, and I'll put this in the group chat for everyone to see. fineartsreview.risd.edu/2026. So this is the page where all of you are listed. We're providing the link to your website and the majors of interest that you indicated in your registration. So I would encourage you to check out the link that we've provided. If you have a better link for us, please just reach out to us. This is the best way for us to show students what they're, and the experience that's in store for them if they get to meet with you. If that sounds fair, please do reach out to us. Once again, my email address that I'll just plug in here is jarnone@risd.edu. Welcome all questions. Please send it my way. Well, out of respect for everyone's time, I'm going to wrap it up and just say a final thank you. Thank you all for being a part of this. It wouldn't be a fine art review without all of you. So thanks for doing your part and being and supporting students. And I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. You'll hear from us again this week with updates, but you'll be getting your schedules, just as a reminder, this Friday. So we'll see you then. Have a great day, everybody.